My name is Paul Thomas Anderson.
Say, E.T. is pretty sexy.
Today I'm ranking every film directed by Paul Thomas Anderson, one of the greatest filmmakers of modern cinema. From the chaotic world of Boogie Nights to the haunting masterpiece, There Will Be Blood. This ranking is completely based on my opinion, and trust me, some of these placements might be controversial. Paul Thomas Anderson is known for his bold storytelling, incredible cinematography, and unforgettable characters. Over the past few decades, he has directed 10 films, but almost every one of them has become masterpiece. At number 10, I have Inherent Vice. This is probably Paul Thomas Anderson's most chaotic film. I really admire the atmosphere and the performance from Joaquin Phoenix, but the story complicated and hard to follow. It's definitely a unique film, but for me, it's Paul Thomas Anderson's weakest. At number 9 is Licorice Pizza. Film is colorful, charming, funny, and filled with memorable moments. The silent scene on the telephone is amazing. The performances from Alana Haim and Cooper Hoffman give the film a very natural and relaxed energy. This movie is good, but while I enjoy the vibe of the movie, it doesn't hit the same like others. At number 8 is Hard Eight, Paul Thomas Anderson's great debut film. This film explains how great he is and genius he's about to become. This film is totally driven by its characters and written to the point that we really care about them even before we really know all. The performances from Philip Baker Hall and John C. Reilly are excellent. At number 7 is Punch Drunk Love. I know a lot of you guys are going to be mad about this one. Ranking PTA movies is not easy because all of his movies are magic. This is one of Anderson's most unique film, a strange mix of romance, comedy, and psychological drama. The biggest surprise is the performance from Adam Sandler, who delivers one of the best performances of his career. At number 6 is Phantom Thread. Immaculate cinematography. This is obviously a carefully crafted film. From the scenes, the acting, the words, the clothes, the facial, body movement, and the music. It is all careful and artistic. You either like it or hate it, but it's an excellent film. At number 5 is The Master. This film is total masterclass. It's one of the best psychological film. This film explores the relationship between a troubled war veteran and the charismatic leader of a mysterious movement. The performances from Joaquin Phoenix and Philip Seymour Hoffman are absolutely incredible, probably their best of their career. At number 4 is Boogie Nights. I know a lot of you guys don't agree with it, but for me, it's number 4. PTA is genius. This movie is absolute cinema. It's an energetic and surprisingly emotional look at the rise and fall of the adult film industry in the 1970s and 80s. You either relate, love, or hate the characters, but the impact is clear that you are going to feel something for them, and that's powerful. The ensemble cast led by Mark Wahlberg is fantastic. And number 3 is One Battle After Another. Anderson's filmography is quite difficult to rank. I know this is going to piss too many people, but I don't. If it's recency bias or whatever, One Battle After Another is great film. This is one of Anderson's great film, with a powerful performance from Leonardo DiCaprio and Sean Penn. At number 2 is There Will Be Blood. This film is one of the greatest movies of the 21st century. The performance by Daniel Day-Lewis as Daniel Plainview is legendary. One of the greatest performances ever in cinema history. I know you guys are mad for ranking this film at number 2 instead of 1. You guys already know what's number 1 going to be. We all know There Will Be Blood has won the GOAT film. Everything's great. Performance, cinematography, story, everything's perfect. And finally, my number 1 Paul Thomas Anderson film is none other than The Magnum Magnolia. This movie is a massive emotional journey that follows multiple interconnected characters over the course of one intense day. A total human mosaic, with an incredible ensemble cast, including Tom Cruise, Julianne Moore, John C. Reilly, and Philip Seymour Hoffman. So that's my ranking of every Paul Thomas Anderson movie. Even the films near the bottom of this list are still great, which just shows how strong his filmography really is. Let me know your ranking in the comments, because I'm sure many of you will disagree with mine.